So welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching my last video. I really do appreciate everyone who took the time to start this journey with me. So I wanted to give you my update for the week. Last time I talked about the loan signing definitions that I was reading, and I ended up printing them out like I showed you. It turned out to be a 39-page document, and it took me a bit longer to go through them and really understand the terminology for loan signing and the mortgage industry because, as you know, I'm a pharmacist, and so I'm not really fully familiar with all the terminology used in real estate and the mortgage lending industry. So I was moving a bit slower, but I've gotten through it. I finally finished, and I'm ready to move forward and then to the next module the next lesson in the loan signing course that I'm taking, which I will again put the link below. It's the loan signing system that I'm doing. It's very, very thorough, and so I'm just trying to make sure that I go through it in order and not skip anything. And coming up next, there's another certification that I have to take, which I can see in the list through the National Notary Association. So studying through the list, there were times when my mind just kind of started glazing over because the terms were so foreign and I had to keep reading them. So here's a technique that I use. When I feel like I'm not getting the definitions anymore and I need to clear my brain, I switch tracks. And so what I do is I like to read books. So right now, what I would do is I would switch to a novel so that I can switch mental tracks and refresh my mind. Then I go back to the definitions. So for this loan signing, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of shiny. This is the book I'm reading, and it's The Essence of Perfection. And so whenever I would get a bit tired or the definitions weren't sinking in, I would switch over to this book. I borrowed it from the library. Okay, so I finished that, and what I'm working on now, if you don't like paper, there is a section where you can do the terminology studying with flashcards within the course that I'm taking. And so I'm doing the flashcards where you read the definition, you flip them over, it tells you what the word is, you flip them back. So if you really just like to stare at a screen, that's a way that you can do that as well. There are a total of over 234 terms in just this particular section to learn. So it's kind of a lot. So if you're like me and you're not coming from this background, then it might take you a bit longer. So that's where I am in the course, and I will keep you updated as I move forward. Hopefully by next week I would have made more progress than I did this week. The other thing I wanted to make sure I talked about is I noticed that a lot of the videos that I've seen on YouTube, I haven't seen too many people in my state talk about becoming a notary, and so I just want to quickly talk about the process. I'm in Colorado, and I moved from California, and I have to say Colorado is fantastic because they make the process of becoming a notary in Colorado so easy. The Secretary of State offers training on their site. They have a training portal, and you can go through the notary public training course online on the Secretary of State's site and take the exam. You have to take an exam, but it's really not bad because if you go through the course that they offer and then you take the exam, you can pass it. And I did the first try. I think I got, you have to get 80%, and using their online training, I passed with, I think it was 96 or 98%. So their training is really thorough. Colorado also has official vendors that you can take their notary training course with, and they list them right there on the Secretary of State's website. I initially was going to go with one of them because I don't know why, I just thought I should go through a vendor, and they charge anywhere from 29 to I think 60 or $89 to take the course. But then I asked someone in a Facebook group who is in Colorado. I happened to find someone who is in Colorado doing this, and she told me I could just do it on the Secretary of State's website. And so I did. It's free on the Secretary of State's website. It's free to do the training. It's free to take the exam. And then once you pass, you just pay $10 to get your notary commission. And so far, other than the loan signing course, I've only spent $10 to get my notary commission for the state of Colorado. So if you're in Colorado, that's all you have to do. You don't have to pay one of the vendors, but if you do want to pay a vendor, that's fine. You can go ahead. I just personally don't know what advantage the vendors have over doing it directly through the Secretary of State. All right, so that's how you become a notary public in Colorado, and that's my progress with the loan signing course. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.